Hey mums and dads, well as promised, here is your video on the top 4 strategies or 4 simple strategies that have saved my clients literally hundreds of dollars every single month. Now, as you may know, I've been a financial coach for over 20 years, teaching people how to take control of their finances, put a budget together, save money, get out of debt, all those sorts of things. So I'm always looking for strategies that will help my clients save just that little bit more. So I've put together the 4 best of these strategies for you, and they are all very simple, but I promise you very powerful. The key, of course, is you need to actually apply them. You need to put them into action. And if you do put them into action, I can tell you that you will save way more than the value of this Financially Fit 10 course. So let's have a look at these strategies now. All right, let's start with the simplest first, and that is, if you've not used one before, you need to start using an insurance broker. So I'm talking about general insurances here. General insurances being things like your home and contents insurance, car insurance, boat, caravan, business insurance, those sorts of things. So often we just allow our policies to roll over month on month, or we feel like we're trapped in a situation because we've got these no claim bonuses or bundling bonuses, when in reality they're just holding us often to a more expensive product. The best thing that you can do is speak to an insurance broker. Not so long ago, in fact it was really only about 5 months ago, I was sitting down with a young couple that I was starting to go through the budgeting process with. They'd gone away, they'd pulled together all of their expenses using the homework worksheets that I gave them. And as I was sitting down going through their budget with them, going, these insurances don't look right for the car. Do you only have third-party insurance? They go, no, that's comprehensive insurance. Oh, gosh, that's really cheap. And then we got to the house and contents, same deal. Gee, you sure you've got enough cover there? And they go, yeah, no, that's right. And I said, and they said, we use an insurance broker. And they said their parents had been using this insurance broker for 40 years, and the company had been around since the 1960s, and they just sit down with them, they look at what their needs are, they decide what policies they need, and then they find the best policies for them. And without exception, their car policies and their home and contents policies were about $150 to $200 less than what I would have expected. And so I then rang up that insurance broker, the ones that they use, and had a really good chat with the owner of that insurance broking firm. And he said to me, he said, yeah, we can almost always get cheaper policies, but he said, more importantly, we can actually get better policies. So what he said was that we've got this economies of scale where we own our own business, but we're part of this bigger organization where we've got this huge research team that sits down, reads all of the policies, not my sort of job, but obviously someone does it and does it well, sits down and reads all of the policies, figures out which companies are most likely to pay out on a claim, which ones have the best coverage. They can find all those little loopholes that insurance companies often use against you when you go to claim, and so they come up with a list of the best policies. What they then do is they go to those insurance companies and say, hey look, we've got about 100,000 people behind us. What can you give us for pricing on each of these policies? So they get this amazing economies of scale. And they've also got the better policies, which is really good because so often when we go for cheaper policies, they end up being cheaper for a reason. And when we go to claim, and I've got a client going through this at the moment, when they go to claim, it's such a struggle to get the money out of the insurance company. So by going to an insurance broker, you can get an economy of scale, you can be certain of getting better policies, and I've sent dozens of my clients to these insurance brokers since then, and in most cases, they've come back with really good discounts. I'm talking hundreds of dollars discounts across their insurance policies, but in the odd occasion, they've come back and said, look, it was about the same, but we've now got a much better policy. So that's still a good outcome. Better policy. The other thing too is these insurance brokers, their team of people are constantly reviewing the policies to make sure, is this still the best policy? Is it still the best price? And does it still provide the best coverage for what you need? So it's reviewed by them, which means you don't have to be constantly trying to find the best company. And then if you do have to claim, unfortunately it happens, they can help you with the claim process. So if you're not using an insurance broker, I can tell you, and I want to hear from you, I can tell you that you more than likely will save yourself hundreds of dollars. If you don't, well, it's because you're in a great policy already And chances are they're actually going to be able to point you to an even better policy. So there we go. Number one, go and see an insurance broker.